Hi, I'm Steve Drevick. I'm here with Stanton Webster of PostModern Spirits, and we're going to discuss the signature cocktail for the Clarence Brown Theater 50th Anniversary Bash. And as we were talking about this and thinking about what we were going to do, we started researching since it's 70 themes and started looking at a bunch of 70s cocktails and so forth. And a lot of them, the theme was there was a lot of very complicated ingredients, absinthe or Galliano or something like that, that people probably don't have in their liquor cabinet. Given that it's COVID, we don't want to make people rush out and get ingredients that they don't necessarily have just for this. So sometimes mixology isn't always about complexity, sometimes it's about simplicity, and you've got a solution for us.
I do, and it's also about fresh ingredients and keeping things simple on the base and then building from there. So, you know, we're excited for the 50th anniversary of Clarence Brown Theater. That kind of got my wheels turning. There's a modern cocktail called the Gold Rush.
50th anniversary.
50th anniversary, exactly. That's how my mind works. And it has become so popular that people actually think this cocktail is a pre-Prohibition era cocktail.
Oh.
But it was invented in the 2000s at Milk and Honey in New York. And it's a bourbon cocktail. It's a takeoff on a bourbon sour. So lemon juice, bourbon, and honey syrup. So equal parts honey, 1 to 1.
I like that because, you know, so many other 70s cocktails have all these strong sweeteners in there and something like
Certainly.
that. And this is the first time I've ever heard of a cocktail that used honey.
And they weren't, you know, in the 70s, we weren't necessarily making cocktails with great fresh juices. So this is just good fresh lemon juice, honey, and we're giving it a slight twist because that's what we do at PostModern. We love taking things from the past and mixing them in different ways and novel ways. So we're actually using a barrel-rested gin. It's our Uproot gin.
Nice.
It's been aged for about 4 months in a barrel. So let's make a cocktail.
Let's do that.
Good deal.
Show me how.
It's really simple. It's a 1.5 ounces of the gin.
Available at PostModern Spirits.
And all your local retailers.
or if you can't get out, then, what retailers?
Pretty much anything in East Tennessee.
Okay.
We have over 250 outlets that supply our spirits all throughout East Tennessee. And then we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup.
Honey syrup versus honey. So.
Correct. Honey is a little bit thicker. When you try to mix it in a cocktail, it can kind of glom up and just sit and drop to the bottom, and it doesn't necessarily look the best.
So if I have honey, what do I do to make honey syrup?
Take it and mix it in a 1-to-1 proportion. So I did 4 ounces of honey and 4 ounces of water.
Oh, that's easy.
I microwaved it for about 30 seconds, stirred it, and decanted it into our bottle.
That sounds really easy.
Very easy. We want to give it a nice shake, aerate and mix. And then, since we did use juice, we're going to double strain. So we have our fine mesh strainer, we have our Hawthorne strainer.
Smells good.
And
Smell the gin.
a little dehydrated lemon for our garnish. Because we're extra.
Yeah.
And there we go. Now we have a wonderful variant on the Gold Rush for the Clarence Brown Theater 50th anniversary.
Thank you. May I try?
You may.
Excellent. I'm not normally a gin drinker, but I've loved every gin thing I've had here. So that's
Excellent.
great. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers to Clarence Brown on their 50th anniversary. And thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.